because they want to share their story and hopefully try and touch other lives in a positive way. Amalia was born on the 22nd of June 2017, diagnosed with a whole host of conditions. And 2 years later, here's the family dealing with this child. I guess their life, I don't want to sound careless, but when you have a child who suffers from either a debilitating disease or a rare disease or a chronic disease, your life is actually on hold. Your life revolves around this little child. And you do not stop making dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes a miracle for the child to be whole again. Let's hear the story from the family. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum salam.
It's lovely to see you guys with such beautiful smiles and so much of positive energy. And you've brought Amalia in studio. She's in a special pram. And obviously this is her mode of transport, so to speak. In studio, she's in a special... all right, I'm getting some feedback here, so what's going on? All right. Yasin, you are the grandfather.
Assalamu alaikum. Julie, yes, I am. Assalamu alaikum to all the listeners.
When the baby was born, it's your daughter's daughter.
Correct. When the baby was born 2 years ago, everything was fine. We only established 3 months later that something was just not right. We obviously had to investigate, naturally taking your child to the hospital. Yes, we are not medically inclined. The information that we have has been Googled, we've been speaking to medical people, etc. So we are still on a learning curve anyway.
Okay. Shakira, you are the mother of 2-year-old Amalia.
Yes, Salaamu
Wa alaikum salam. Baby was born, you were happy like any mother of a newborn baby. You're absolutely thrilled. And when I look at her, mashallah, what a beautiful little girl. When she was born, did you pick up anything untoward?
It was actually only a week later that I've started seeing some twitching in her arm. And I didn't feel very easy about it, and we took her to the hospital. They said to us, no, 3 months, she'll grow out of it. And we thought, okay, it's fine. We went home. The second week, again, a twitching in the arm, in the leg. And I said to my husband, I don't feel easy about this. Let's take her back.
Was she a very settled baby? Was she crying all the time?
Not actually. She was a very calm baby. She never cried, even when she was hungry. If there was a dirty nappy, nothing. She was so pleasant.
Content.
Yeah, so it wasn't, she never used to wake up at night even to eat. So it was like, she was okay. And I think it was only the twitching that started getting to her. And then eventually, like at 3 months, she had this full-on seizure where she actually cried. Her entire body was shaking. And that's when we took her to another hospital. And that's when they started doing the CT scans. And then we got the diagnosis of the hydrocephalus and the agenesis of the corpus callosum.
Okay, Tariq, you're the father of the child. Shakira just mentioned two of the conditions that Amalia has. What is the balance of the conditions?
So Assalamu alaikum to everybody. The balance of the conditions is it starts off with Dandy Walker syndrome, and then it goes to...
What is that, by the way?
Dandy Walker syndrome, basically it's a rare congenital malformation that involves the fourth ventricle in the brain and the cerebellar vermis. And it affects the growth of that, and it also includes a cyst that grows in that same part.
Meaning what for the future of Amalia?
So basically that part of the brain controls the motor skills, the communication, and the eyes as well. Mm-hmm. So as you can see there, you can see her eyes are all over. That is the nystagmus, cortical vision impairment as well. And then basically at the moment she's 2 years old, and so far she's only sitting at the moment. She's starting to sit basically, and she's rolling over also.
What's her diet like? What do you feed her?
Okay, so she has like her normal milk that she's on, that she likes. She also has a pig in as well. So
Meaning, what is a pig?
So it's a G2 pig that goes straight to the stomach. We have to take a syringe, feed her through the pig. She's not allowed to actually have liquids into her mouth because for the past for the 2 years of her life, she has been every month in hospital due to pneumonia. So what was happening was the liquids was going to her lungs and she was getting pneumonia every time. So a speech therapist asked us to do the whole pig thing. And then, so we feed her liquids through the pig and we give her pureed food through her mouth because she's not able to swallow it. So if you give her just a biscuit or something, she'll choke on it because they actually say in her mouth is like a 2-month-old baby because she doesn't know how to chew and then swallow. She just swallows. So yeah, after the pig, she's actually become very strong because
I can see she looks very healthy, alhamdulillah.
yeah, because of the diet, she eats her normal meats, whatever. We have to puree it, everything that she needs for the day, and then we feed it to her, and then it's her normal milk, so everything is pureed.
It's a full-time job, and more than a full-time job, taking care of Amalia.
Yes.
Why have you decided to share your story?
I actually when I found out about Amalia, I never knew anyone. Well, I never understood people going through all this. I never had anybody to actually speak to when I was going through this or that had the experience. So I want to be there for other people to make an awareness about my child and also for people to realize that, you know, it's a hard thing. And yeah.
You guys are very brave. Yasin, you're the grandfather of this child. They're a young couple. This is huge. We know that everything is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's there to make you stronger. It's there to increase your iman, etc. But it is huge. Do you worry about their coping skills and mechanisms in dealing with Amalia? I'm not saying that they're not able parents, but I'm just, thinking about emotional fatigue, perhaps. And as the youngsters are speaking, I'm thinking of, nobody is trouble free, and I'm sitting here thinking about my, the drama playing out in my own life, and I was kind of feeling a bit sorry for myself driving here till I've met you as a family and see what you're having to deal with. And I'm just wondering about the support structure in place for them as a couple and for your granddaughter.
Absolutely.
I'm getting emotional, please excuse me.
No, absolutely. Look, alhamdulillah, we've been blessed with a big family support structure.
MashaAllah.
We have so much people that's passionate about our plight. Our family stands by us all the time. Yes, I'm very concerned. Shakira Tahir being a young couple, Shakira experiencing her first child, having to deal with us. Her entire life has changed.
Absolutely.
At such a young age. Yes, we are all very much involved in her life. We on the ball when it comes to do the medical side of things, the financial side. We try the fundraisers we've got to do because yes, it's Shakira cannot work. She used to be a medic. And she had to stop that, and her whole life came to a standstill.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the financial impact on them is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we can't just wait and hope for people to just come and assist financially, etc. So what we do is we stand together as a family. Everybody supports. Amalia is a hospital bed. In hospital almost every second week.
When you talk about hospital, which hospital does she land up in? State hospital?
No, we were Sunning Hill. Yes, alhamdulillah, we've managed to get ourselves a good medical aid with Discovery.
Shukr.
But yes, of course, there's
shortfalls as well that you need to close.
She does therapy Monday to Friday. She has 5 therapies she goes to all the time. So So yes, Amalia is a hospital baby where we know she's going to be there at any given time.
I commend you as a grandfather and a family because it must be extremely emotionally taxing on you as well. But coming back to you, your dad's just mentioned 5 throughout the week. How do you fit that into your schedule? Or I guess that was a stupid question. It's really about your whole life being
Yes.
revolved around her. But let's talk about your typical day.
Okay, so Mondays she has speech therapy. So speech therapy is at 2. So I let her be. We do our whole. Like I also have therapy with her in the day. So I will just let her. I'll do physio maybe when it's speech therapy when the speech therapists come. So that's Mondays, and then Tuesdays is eye therapy. So eye therapy is we actually go to the therapist. And then on Wednesday is physio neurotherapy. The neuro comes to the house, does her therapy at home. And then on Thursdays is occupational therapy. Therapy, we go to the therapist. And then on Fridays is hydro. So we go there as well.
What's hydrotherapy? Everything we talked about is kind of common knowledge. But
Yes.
what is hydrotherapy? I'm assuming something to do with water.
Yes.
And how does that assist her?
Okay, so Amalia is a very sensitive baby. She has sensory integration. So hydrotherapy is like neurophysio, just in water. So what they do is the water helps her sensory. She's more comfortable in water. She actually enjoys that more. And then afterwards she gets a full body massage. So then it calms her. Like that's why we do it every day. So her whole week is okay. Then the weekend she's free. So yeah, that's hydrotherapy. It's more physio side to it.
How much more do you do in the day? Well, you've spoken about the feeding, and
Yes.
it's 3 times a day, I presume.
No, it's 5 times.
5
a day.
times a day.
Yes.
And of course, your husband goes to work. So does
Yes.
that mean you're alone at home, or do you need extra aid to deal with her?
I'm alone at home at the moment. So we actually got a worker to assist me at home. So like if I need to go to the bathroom, she's there to help me. But everything else I deal with her at home. It is challenging because you have to give her medication 5 times a day as well. And then we need to bath her. And then because she's so big and I can't
Yes.
carry her, so I actually have to wait until my husband gets home so we can actually bath her in the bath. We have actually a bathing chair as well. But it's still difficult because I need to. It's kind of draining because I have to like bend down and bath her and whatever. So that is like the normal routine. She has story time within the day. She has, we teaching her this where she needs to touch on things to like communicate to us.
Does she respond?
She does respond with a smile or if she doesn't want it. But so we're trying to just push that into her, like trying to make it a normal for her.
And it's I should imagine, very important for her to be stimulated all the time. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
What are the doctors saying? What are the specialists saying to you? How do you understand progress for her going forward? Because that's the big question, is it not?
Yes, look, from our understanding, our investigation and talks with doctors, we know for a fact that the corpus callosum will never grow. It develops in the womb. So Amalia, yes, her milestones will not be reached as other kids, but the chances are that we've managed to get her eye movement a bit stabilized now. So we're not sure what she sees, but we do know that her eyes are healthy. And inshallah, she will probably just get better, and inshallah, she'll see. As far as her body is concerned, her legs are very strong, her arms are very strong.
But she doesn't walk, and she's unable to...
She's unable to...
Is she able to hold objects?
No, she's not. She can squeeze a little bit. We do not know what she understands. But inshallah, we are positive. We are extremely positive. She surprises us every day. I think she rolled last week. She sat up and she just rolled over, just a little bit. And that was such an amazing achievement for us.
Very exciting for you guys.
Extremely exciting.
Okay. You spoke about fundraisers just now because clearly you can't do this on your own. There's huge expenses involved.
Correct.
We hope and pray that the community and the Muslim Ummah, by way of this interview as well, can assist in whatever way they can. But what sort of fundraisers do you get involved in?
Well, at the moment, previously, you do the normal food thing on a Friday night, get the community involved, sell those boerewors rolls, etc. There's a organization, the Malia Leila Foundation in Indonesia, that so kindly invited us to participate in their big walk on the 8th of September, where Amalia will be the guest of honor.
Wow.
So it's a 6-kilometer walk and that is, I believe that foundation also creates awareness and assists underprivileged or people that are challenged with conditions of their kids. We're trying to create an awareness currently.
She's smiling.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
We're trying to create an awareness of these type of conditions. Amalia, we've sent the bloods off to the places in America. They have not found another child statistically on their database that has got all these 8 conditions at the same time.
8 conditions.
Correct.
I thought you only mentioned 5.
We
Did we
did.
cover them all?
No.
All right. So, Dad, Tariq, do you want to cover the rest?
All right.
And really, I don't mean to sound insensitive in the least. This is your child, and you'll trade the world for her. But what is the future? You know, what's the outlook with 8 conditions? Yasin, I'd rather pose the question to you.
Well, I was having this chat with Shakra yesterday, and out of the 8 conditions, we were going through it, and we're very positive of at least 3 to 4 conditions that will eventually we will overcome. She will always have ACC, which is the corpus callosum absence. She will always have Dandy-Walker syndrome and hydrocephalus. She has a shunt put in. So the hydrocephalus, yes. So those 3 conditions will always be with her. The cortical vision impairment we could possibly overcome, inshallah. She's got scoliosis. Scoliosis, the curvature of the spine. With therapy, we can correct it. As far as the low muscle tone is concerned,
that can also be corrected with therapy.
So yes, 3 of these things: Dandy-Walker syndrome, hydrocephalus, and corpus callosum. That'll always be there. She won't be as advanced as other kids would be. She'd probably end up going to a special school. We, inshallah, with enough training, we hope she can walk. We've got equipment that the organizations that we have chats to. One was the women organization that so generously.
They're doing amazing charitable work.
Absolutely. They donated 3 items to us, which is this stroller you are looking at right now.
It's a specialized stroller and it's very expensive.
Extremely expensive. And then, of course, we've got a standing frame where she fits into. And for an hour a day, she's got to understand that her legs are there for walking. She needs to understand that. So yes, all these things are going to take time. She has something called AFOs. It's like a cast that goes onto her legs to keep her legs in place so that she can stand properly and put the pressure on it. And, of course, she goes for Botox as well.
Oh, man.
She's actually going on Thursday for her Botox session.
I'm jealous. Tell me. So where does she get Botox and what for?
Shakra, maybe you
Okay, so she gets Botox in her legs. She has this extension in her body. So what she does is she pushes back and she extends her legs, and they're trying to get the Botox is actually to loosen the muscles. So they inject into her legs, into her ankles, just to loosen it, and they put casting on. So like for 3 weeks, and then it's just to show her that this is how your feet needs to be. Because without the casting, she has this extension. She keeps her foot to the side, like all the time. So I think she's getting used to that this is how my foot is. Because if you pull it straight, she actually cries. Because it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Or it
So-
might be making her feel uncomfortable.
Yes, so she doesn't like it being straight. So without us getting the foot straight, she won't be able to walk one day.
Okay.
So
We've got 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to wrap up. Tariq, let me hand over to you as the dad of this child. Your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, and your appeal to our listeners this morning.
Okay, our dreams and our hopes and wishes is just to get to other parents out there and to spread awareness about Dandy Walker syndrome, hydrocephalus, and ACC, and that it happens to a lot of people out there. It's just that, like with Dandy Walker, we've been Googling and searching. There's not a lot of information out there. There's not a lot of awareness, especially in South Africa. So we took it on ourselves to actually be one of the first people in South Africa to do a Dandy Walker awareness and actually get out there in the media as well to get people to know about it. And inshallah, that is our main goal.
It obviously, that's your child, and like I've said, you love her absolutely and unconditionally and wouldn't trade her for the world. But it does take its toll on you guys. I trust you all to go for counseling or some sort of support. You have to.
Not at the moment.
we haven't been going at the moment. Like, I just think like my life is too busy for that.
Because, in a situation like this, obviously there's a lot of questions. Did I do something wrong? Did I not follow the right diet? Did I eat or do something wrong during my pregnancy? And you too, as a father, would be second guessing yourself. And I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the knower of everything. But just for you to be able to cope a little better, please, you guys need to do that for yourselves.
Definitely.
Inshallah. We're going to wrap up, but let me just read a message to you from, I think it's Amila Charles. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for listening. She says, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant Amalia complete shifa, inshallah. Ameen, ameen, thumma ameen. Yasin Sali, Shakira, and Tariq Adam, and little Amalia. I'm just a little thrown of Amila and Amalia. Amalia, Jazakallah for coming in. Do you guys have a website page, or please share it with us so that people can follow you, people can make
Absolutely.
suggestions, and perhaps dig very deep into their pockets and help you, inshallah.
Definitely, Amalia, we've created an identity for her. She has a website called, it's aspirations4, and it's the number 4, amalia.org. So it's www.aspirations4amalia.org. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. You can follow her. She has her own Facebook webpage. She has a great following.
Does she? What's the following look like?
Well, I think she's up to 1,000 now.
Alhamdulillah, and may it grow with each passing
Inshallah.
day.
But all the information is on the website. So please, everybody, if you could just go there, have a look at what we've done, have a look at the story. And inshallah, Allah make it easy for all of us.
Ameen, ameen. Thank you indeed for coming in, and we'll see you guys soon.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum to you.
Wa alaikum.
Salam.